This is absolutely Essendon, and boy, we do not bring good news from the front. The Dons lost against the Cats.
Yep.
We are out of the 8, and I'm not sure when we're re-entering. If you have any thoughts on it after that performance on the weekend, but yes.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure either, but we're out of the 8, and
Let's unpack the game.
we got a little bit of a few road bumps ahead too. So
There are. Because our match preview was, we like them to be accurate. We like them to foretell
We do a lot of research.
potential outcomes, but that was a little bit too close. Too close for comfort.
I think it wouldn't have taken Einstein to predict that Tom Hawkins was going to toss Brandon Zerk-Thatcher around like a rag doll in the middle of the MCG.
Like a Lilliputian.
Absolutely, as we did say, as a Lilliputian. And he certainly did, and he made our whole defence look pretty small, tiny little ants crawling all over him.
He did.
Tomahawk, he's the story, really, isn't he? Unfortunately for us.
Setting a new record against us. Again, another record
The guy's
against us.
34. He's played God knows how many games.
Yeah.
And he has his best haul in AFL football against us at the MCG.
A few weeks after foot surgery.
Yeah, I mean, what's going on there? Like, where are our 34-year-olds?
Where are our doctors fixing feet that quickly?
Anyway, so he was amazing. And look, to be fair, there wasn't a lot of opposition. We were very undersized down back, and we knew that going in. Laverde was a pretty significant loss.
Big loss.
Would have he done better? Yeah, maybe a little bit, but the way they came out of the centre, I don't think the best. The full back or centre half
You
back
gave
of
me
the
hope
century.
that in the centre we would...
Yeah, well, I was completely wrong. There was.
Oh, record that.
Yep. No.
Take a photo of that.
I really did think that we would own them in the middle of the ground, and we did with the tap outs, but just Dangerfield in that first quarter.
Oh yeah. No, the Geelong player said, "Yep, thank you."
He went through us like a hot knife through. You know what?
He really did.
So anyway, in the end, by quarter time, I think the game was pretty much over. But to the credit, this is where we're a different team this year than. Benny Rutten's team last year.
The bygone era.
After quarter time, the scores were Geelong 14 goals 9 to Essendon 14 goals 8.
Yeah, okay, that's not bad. They weren't playing with us a little bit?
Were they? I mean, I think we got within 18 points at somewhere in the third quarter.
Or
20, we did. Maybe it was 24 points, but we had 2 or 3 goals in a row.
Yeah, but we could have been 18 points. Yes, that's right. I think it's where Nick Martin maybe just...
And then all the clangers happened, right? Yeah. Well, what about that? You know, there was like 4 or 5 turnovers in the defensive 50 that just gave up the game.
Yeah, it was. And, to be forgiven, I suppose. But that was. It's like we gifted them. We didn't need to be gifting. And we gave them, 4, maybe 5 goals.
Oh, here you go. Have a 6-goal head start. Yeah. And while we're at it, here's 4 or 5 goals to go with that.
We don't want you to go without.
So you can't do that against the best sides, can you?
No,
I hope we learned a lesson from that yesterday. Yeah. They've got to be on 4 quarters, and it's a bit of a concern that in the last 2 games, the Bombers have pretty much just had a rostered quarter off.
Yeah.
In
RDO.
That's
Is it the Players Association?
They don't turn up for a quarter.
Is that a union thing?
Maybe that's what they're doing down at Essendon.
Yeah,
but
because 2 games within 5 days. We're gonna have a little
no
time
excuses.
Off. Yeah,
no excuses.
No,
I mean,
really?
Collingwood had the same issue, and they came home in a wet game from behind to win. So it didn't affect them.
On that
note,
let me bring up the issue of tagging because Dangerfield was going through us, like you said, hot knife through butter.
Yep.
Okay, Collingwood did beat Adelaide, but they almost lost. Nick Dacos was tagged and dampened his effect. We didn't do that on Anzac Day. Dangerfield.
Look, you would have had to have had 9 guys hanging off Paddy Dangerfield, holding him by his legs as he strode gracefully out of the centre square,
Hulk-like,
dragging half our team behind him because there was nothing stopping him yesterday. Yeah. I mean, not only in the centre.
How old is he?
34, 33. They're all over.
What is going on?
Is there anyone under 30 at Geelong?
Big time.
Right.
What are they eating?
Yeah, well, I mean, I
Kale?
don't know, but there's
Chia seeds?
there's something. I mean, we can't keep a 30-year-old in Darcy Heppel competitive.
Exactly.
And
what is going
they've got
on?
a dozen of them down there.
Who's their doctor?
Yeah, I don't know. We should be looking into it. Maybe they should have a draft or a trade period for doctors.
Yeah.
You know, or high fitness. Our high fitness team.
Our high performance guy.
High performance guy.
Yeah. We should change the title to medium performance manager.
He's like Homer Simpson. So anyway, look, not quite the healthiest guy going.
Oh, right, got it.
Very subtle, I know. I appreciate that.
No,
so tagging, would have made a difference. I'm not sure. I really don't know. I think they were just on from the minute the first ball was bounced yesterday, and we weren't. Simple as that.
No.
But as I said, we did match them in the last three quarters, and I think there's a lot to take from that.
Yeah. There's some positives.
Yeah, there was some positives. I think a couple of standout performances.
I'll say Wiedemann because I had my doubts, and 5 goals, wouldn't have picked that. That wasn't in our preview, that's for sure.
No, I think you bagged him in the preview.
I didn't bag him, but I just thought against Geelong, I thought he was going to struggle. But no, well done.
I'd say it was a little more acerbic than that.
Was it? Okay, well, I'm happy to go to the videotape. But hey, if we can have a bit more of that, that would be amazing.
Hey, throw him in with Peter Wright.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one game, so let's not get ahead of ourselves, but let's get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah. That's what this channel's all about.
If he and Peter Wright, and maybe even Harrison Jones, but, the jury's still out there.
Yeah.
But if he and Peter Wright were in that team yesterday, I wonder. I just wonder.
You reckon? Hey, they're just creating havoc in that forward. One going one way, going the other.
It's the new, the new Charlie Curnow, Harry Mackay. They're all talking about them at the moment. But we may have our own dynamic duo.
That'd be nice. So it's been a while since we've had that.
Yeah, so Wright will be coming back, sometime in the next decade, I think.
It still says 16 weeks.
He's
not coming back this year.
I
don't know.
What did they do to
him? I don't know.
They operated on him, right?
Yeah, but I think they just keep...
You know how doctors always come out after surgery? Oh, the surgery went really well.
Yeah.
I reckon in this case it's going, we put the arm on the wrong place.
Yeah.
Something happened because he should be back before then. Anyway.
I think so. I don't know who's handling that.
Talk to me about Anthony McDonald-Tipungwuti.
Yes, okay, so...
The showman.
He is I couldn't have been more excited about his return. I just feel like he's a little too generous with the ball, because...
Yeah. I agree.
If he's within 50 metres, just kick that goal. But I think on one instance he passed it to someone else. Yeah. It was closer but a worse angle. Voila, all roads lead to you.
Yeah.
You don't lead anywhere. It comes to you.
Look,
kick that goal.
Apart from perhaps kicking it to the wrong option, although I think goals were scored from his involvement in that. He had a couple of goal assists.
Yeah.
My view, though, is that when you're in a game like that, you want a spark.
Yeah.
And there's one guy in that team that just lights up.
Yeah. Because he lights up the crowd. Yeah, that's right.
And that's Anthony.
Yeah.
And he had a couple of opportunities in that game just to dodge and weave and run into goal and slam it through those big sticks.
Yeah.
And, the crowd would have come alive. Instead, he takes the sort of option of passing it off to someone else. And, why are you doing that? We need to get that energy into the crowd.
Yeah.
But I thought he was pretty good, generally speaking. And
will he stay in the side now?
Yeah, he has to.
Give him a permanent spot, please.
To.
We need it. We need it. I thought Hobbs did well.
Yeah,
Darcy
game.
Parish.
I've read a couple of Bomber forums and Facebook. Geez, that's going down a rabbit hole when you go into those forums.
Oh, really? Why?
But people calling for Ben Hobbs to be dropped.
Why?
Yep, that's what I'm asking.
What game are they watching?
Obviously, is there another Ben Hobbs playing in the league somewhere? I don't know, but I thought he was really good.
Yeah,
he's a kid.
Yeah,
he's going to make a couple of mistakes here and there, but what he showed generally is there's a player.
Yeah,
he's a solid little player, and I was really thrilled with his performance. And Darcy Parish auditioning for his new gig at Geelong.
It went well.
They couldn't have been more impressed.
So add another 0 to the package.
Yeah, no, the whole Geelong hierarchy would have been thinking, oh shit, he's now going up to 900,000 a year.
Yeah.
Are we prepared to offer him that? Yes, we are. So I think there will be a bidding war for Parish at the end of the year. He was great after quarter time. I thought.
Yeah. He really got involved.
Jake Stringer, did we talk about Jake?
No, I don't think we have, but we definitely need to because man, it was just so good.
What
Not just the goals, but everything else. They move. I don't think they meant to move him to the centre, but he got involved.
He had to go in there.
He's hard to tackle.
He's the only guy that we've got with that strength,
that sort of
to
Dangerfield-esque kind of bullness.
So if we could get that out of him, more than once every 3 years,
the
package,
type of game,
we'd
the
be
package
a pretty
delivered.
Solid team. Yeah,
he really
did, and that was. I think a lot of people are saying, including the coach, that was his best game in the red and black.
Yeah.
I don't think you could argue with that.
No.
It perhaps wasn't his most spectacular, freakish game with 60-metre torpedoes, but in terms of his contested football in the middle and then topping it off with 4 goals, in any other game that would have been a 3-vote game, but unfortunately for him, I think Tommy Hawkins will probably grab the 3 votes this time.
Yeah, I think quite easily, but it was the story about him, it was about Gulliver, it was about the Lilliputians.
Yeah, and a very, very valid reference to the Lilliputians because we certainly looked small against this team. So anyway, look, a lot to take out of that game. On a positive note, we lost it, but I don't think it was the hammering we were all expecting at quarter time. And I say well done to the Dons for holding their own in the last 3 quarters.
Yeah.
But next few weeks is going to be telling.
We have. I don't know when we'll be re-entering the 8, but we've got Port Adelaide, interstate. Then
our visa for the 8 has been denied.
Has it?
Yeah. We have to apply for a new visa. To get to those lofty heights again.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure playing Port and Brisbane in the next 2 weeks on the road.
Yeah. That's going to be a little bit tricky, but
we'll talk about that in our preview games. But I'm actually quietly optimistic that we can beat Port Adelaide.
Okay.
At this stage, let's see what happens later in the week with team selections and things. But look, there's a grit to this side that wasn't there. In the last couple of years. So let's not just write them off.
No, there's no writing off.
Oh, okay.
Was there writing off?
Maybe.
Oh, maybe in those bomber forums you go to.
You don't read those. Hey, that's the happy clappers in there.
Hey, is that what it is?
Yeah. Well, no offence, and I hope they're enjoying our show. Sorry if I've offended you. But some of them are nut jobs.
Yeah, are they? Yeah. But anyway, we'll hope for the best and we'll be back soon. Thanks again for watching.
See you later.
See ya.
Bye for now.